Okay, so far we've got you a good start on getting your site ready. You've learned how to install it, do all the basic setup, and to get your content in here. But the biggest thing to do now is to get it to look the way you want it to look. So some of the things you might want to do, change the colors, change the logo. You might want to switch other things around a little bit. So to do that, we're going to need to go and change the theme. So if we go into appearance here, now you can change the themes, you can go and get other themes. So first of all, we already have two installed like we went over briefly before. So we have Bartik 7, which is the default theme, and 7 in here. And then we have disabled themes, Garland 7, and Stark. Okay, and then we can go and get more themes. Now you also have administrative themes. Okay, so this is for your admin side. So you can change those around as well. Okay, so if we go up to here now, we can go into settings for the current theme. Now once you're in this part, there are settings for the current theme, and then if you look along the top here, there are settings for any other theme that you have installed. Okay, and then there are what are called global settings. The global settings are also included in each theme. So if we go back to this one, Bartik, and then we roll down beyond the design stuff, there are the same things down here. So, okay, so global settings are, of course, going to be in effect no matter what your theme is. So put any theme on it, your global settings stay the same. So let's look at global settings first. Now these ones are important because this is going to let you put stuff in there like your logo, your site name, and so on. So you'll see here we can toggle the display for our logo, site name, site slogan. So if you have a logo you want to put on there and you don't want to put on your site slogan or your site name, if your logo already has it in there, then you can just turn off whichever one isn't applicable. Okay, whether you're going to use pictures in posts, use pictures in comments, so that allows people to put pictures in those, of course. User verification status and comments, shortcut icons, main menu, and secondary menu. So you can turn all of this stuff off. Now your logo image settings, if we were to go and turn the default logo off here, now we can put a custom logo in. So we could put a path to that, or we can choose a file from our computer to put on there. Okay, so that's an important thing to be able to set that the way you want. Okay, so let's just go up here. Let's turn the logo off, and let's turn the site slogan off, just so you can see what it does. Okay, so let's save. And then let's get out of here. All right, so the logo's gone, and the site slogan is gone. So there's what we can do with the global settings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload a new logo. So what I'm going to do is turn off the whole header as far as the site name and site slogan are concerned, and then we're just going to have the logo give us the information. So I'm just going to create a quick one. Now, it's a good idea if you have background in it to have a transparent background so that the color of the site shines through. And we'll get to the colors in a minute, but let me just get a logo together and then we'll upload that. Okay, so let's go down here now, and we're going to uncheck use the default logo, and now I'm going to upload. So I'll choose the file. Okay, and then I have a logo here. Okay, and now we'll just save and continue, and now we'll upload it. Okay, so there it is. I created a logo with a transparent background so it'll pick up the color of the header from behind. So let's go in here again, and now let's go into the settings for the site colors. Okay, so this theme comes with color schemes that you can pick here. So let's look at Firehouse. It wouldn't show up too well with that one. Let's say Ice. So this is kind of a grays, whites, and blacks. And of course, you can adjust these any way you want. These are just some color schemes. So it shows you what it'll look like down here. And Plum. Slate. And then Custom, so you can change things around as you feel. Okay, so let's set it at Ice. Okay, so that gives you an idea what it's going to look like there. And we'll save the configuration. Let's go back to our site. We'll just refresh here after we close the admin part. Okay, and now we have a different look for our site. Okay, and then also you can go into Appearance, and then you can go and you can upload themes just like we did for modules. Okay, and you see here alternative themes. So let's open this in a new tab. Okay, and then we could go and find any themes that we want here and download them just like we did before. Now when looking at a theme, you should make sure that it is responsive. Responsive means that it will adjust itself so that it fits any device like a smartphone, tablet, computer, smart television, whatever it is, it will adjust itself to fit on there properly. Okay, so let's download this one, and we're going to download the 7.x.5.x. So that's this one here. So we'll download it as a zip. Okay, and then we're going to go in there. And let's unzip that. Okay, so now we need to upload that just like we did for our modules. So let's open up FileZilla. Okay, so I've reconnected to the server. Now on this side we want to go to Themes. Okay, so there's what we have in there. Now we'll go over to our computer side, and we were in Zen. So we need to upload Zen here. I'll just make sure that's what we need. So we'll upload the Zen folder into there. We'll wait for that to finish uploading. Okay, so let's upload it now. So we'll go back to our site. And let's refresh here. Well, let's just go out and come back in. And then we'll see another theme will be in there called Zen. So here it is over here. So we can enable and set as default, or we can just enable it. So we'll just enable it. The difference being that it won't set it to the default theme. It'll just bring it up here into the active themes. Okay, so now when we go over here to settings, you'll see that Zen is also in here now. Okay, and then there's a few more settings in here when we go down. some to do with responsive design, other things in here. So there can be a lot different settings between the themes. So you need to go through and change settings other than the global settings if you want to change your theme. Okay, so let's go and just change the theme now to one of the other ones. Let's just change it to Zen. So we'll set default. Okay, so Zen is now the default, so let's close this. Okay, so here's what the Zen theme looks like now. So here's our links in this style now. It's a little more stark than the one we had there, at least the way we have it set right now. Okay, so that's how you can install and use another theme from Drupal. Okay, so I set the theme back here. I want to just show you one more thing here. And I want to go back to blocks now that we've got the theme looking the way you want and show you some things that we can do with blocks to make the site look a little better or the way we want it to look. So let's go into blocks. And then you have different regions of blocks. Right now in the header, there is nothing or no active blocks. In the help, there's system help and so on. So you can see that there's different parts of here that have blocks in them that have no blocks in them. So say the featured block, we want to put something in there. What we can do is we can add a new block. Okay, so let's call this featured. So featured stuff. And then the block body. So you can put anything you want in here. Okay, just so there's something in there. Okay, now the region settings. You need to set the region for the theme you're using at least, or you can set it for all themes in case you switch themes. So I'm going to put this in featured region. Okay, and then down here you can set the visibility. So show on all pages, only or only on the listed pages, content types. So blocks for specific content types. For different roles and for users. So if they can customize it. So let's save this. Okay, so now we roll down to featured. There's our featured stuff there. And it's in the featured block. Again, this is our weight. So if we have different things within each of these regions, we can change them and we can configure or delete here. Okay, so that's how you can use blocks to add stuff to your site. Okay, so here's the featured content, goes right in here. Okay, so following these videos, you'll now have the knowledge you need to create your own site using Drupal.